Hey everybody. So we went out of town for just a few days and I had somebody over here taking care of the watering and stuff, and I was curious to see what the garden would look like when we got back, and it's a little wild. It was in need of weeding before, but it definitely needs it now, and I thought we could take a quick look. Alright, so right off the bat you'll notice I have this shade cloth up here. I'm using it to try and shelter some of the new fall crops I put in, and I think it's doing a pretty good job. So I've got lettuces over here, broccoli, and look, the temperature says it's 81 right now. Awesome! These are my Selenovas that I'm trying, and so far so good. I'm actually really happy with those. This is cauliflower, I'm pretty sure. I have a stick somewhere that should tell me. Where is it? Right here. Oh yeah, yep, cauliflower. But I'm gonna be planting onion, bulb onion in here, I believe. Over here I've got to pull out these big purple onions and the few stragglers left, and I'm going to be putting in carrots, I think is my plan. I'll have to check. These are rattlesnake pole beans where the peas used to be. You can see they're just going crazy. These are some more beans, the bush style variety. And the cucumbers are finally starting to climb up the trellis here and produce some cucumbers. Finally. I feel like they're behind this year. And these ones actually over here, I don't know if they're not getting enough sun, but they are just not producing a lot yet. But the leaves are huge, so yeah. Check out this squash plant. I already had to pick off some that overgrew. Like when I left for my trip, some of these were like this big, and I was gone maybe 3 days, and because I tried to pick off the big ones already. So these ones are going to the animals, goats and chickens. But yeah, so this huge zucchini plant, which looks like I need to harvest some things off of. Yellow squash is getting huge. Another yellow squash. And I think that this is the crookneck. Yeah, remember how it was dying? Look at it now. Now, I don't see any flowers yet, but I'm hopeful. And then over there is the zucchini plant that started on its own, and I moved it over and it was kind of like sad and whatever. These are turnips I'm trying to grow. I know it's a little bit of a cooler weather crop, and they're looking a little bit on the droopy side, but fingers crossed they'll pull it up. Eggplant, pepper plants are finally shooting up, tomatillo plants. But this is what I'm talking about. Look at this forest. Can you even tell what's what? From this angle, you cannot. And this is my okra. It's really shot up in the last week or so. I mean, it's gotten huge. I planted that from seed, direct seed, after my other ones bore the brunt of the wind. But look, I got weeds growing up here. Weeds. It's just crazy. And then this, which I thought was a squash, and it is a squash, but it's like the little white baby boo pumpkins. So it's like taking over, and I need to kind of tame it back. Here's another angle of the garden where you can kind of see more of the rows. Row there with squash and strawberries and turnips and green onion, zucchini and squash, pepper right there, tomatillos and okra, tomatoes with this runaway plant right here, tomatoes, and then a little baby squash plant. Zucchini, I believe. It's one that I had found and moved over here. So I need to go in here. There are rows, so I need to go in here and kind of prune some things and cut some things back. They have started to flower and starting to produce fruit, but they're more of a later season variety over there. Oh my goodness, check out the pumpkin patch. So about a week ago I saw a snake in here, and so I've been very afraid of jumping in, but we have lots of fruit growing on here. It's not quite trellising up the thing like I had hoped. In fact, I have a bigger plant that's growing up here that's probably not going to be able to hold its weight. What was supposed to grow up here were some smaller varieties, and I think they're getting swallowed up by the bigger varieties. Now, mind you, I planted these things like 3, 4, 5 feet apart. Oh, I think this is the speckled hound. This is a new variety I'm growing in. Look, it's so cool. I love to just fill up my porch with awesome squash plants in the fall. Hopefully there's not a snake in here right now. But yeah, look at these weeds right here. Crazy. I need to pick them and feed them to the goats. More of the rattlesnake pole beans, which some of the bushes are starting to yellow. I don't know if they got overwatered a little bit while I was gone, or it's just dying back, or some kind of fungal disease. I'm not sure. We've got the corn that needs watering. It's starting to dry out, and I'm worried about it. And then over here, things are a mess, okay? More weeds that need to go, grass that's shooting up. These are my butter peas, pretty sure. Yep. And then I tried planting some turnips. I'm just not sure that they are gonna come through. It's just been so hot. They do get some shade over here, but we'll see. Anyway, so the garden's a little bit of a hot mess right now. I've got some work to do, so I should probably get off the video. I do have some carrots that I planted that I think are gonna make it, but I want to plant some more. And yeah, lots to do, friends. So I guess the thing is, don't feel bad if your garden's gone crazy, because it's that time of year and you could work on it all day and maybe never be caught up. I do think that the straw mulch is actually causing me more weed problems than helping in some cases. So I'm gonna reevaluate using straw mulch in the future, because I think it's just growing grass at this point, even though it's not really supposed to. Well, it took me about 4 hours over the course of 2 days, but I think I have this tomato patch looking less like a jungle and a little more defined in the rows and spaces, and I can move between. I took off a lot of green, and there's more that you can't see that I already gave to my chickens, and I'm hoping it doesn't stress out my plants too much, but I think in the long run they will be healthy. Goats are the lucky ones today who get the treat. I don't think they've ever had tomato plants, so they're not sure. People who say goats aren't picky eaters, I don't know about that. My goats kind of are. What do you guys think? Zeus is kind of in an ornery mood lately, so everybody's walking on eggshells around him. So that's a quick update on the garden. I'll have a more lengthy one later on, maybe once I get things kind of cleaned up a little bit, but hope you enjoyed it.